Welcome, baby, to the T Corner. We are back live, y'all. Well, we are actually live, but hey, this very soon I will be doing the live stream of the T Corner. I gotta do it for y'all, man. But I've been testing out some stuff, seeing how everything works, and yes, I will be uploading all these shows onto my Encore, no, onto my Anchor and my Spotify account. So yeah, go ahead and tune in to that. I'll show you exactly what that looks like on Spotify very, very, very soon. But today, with the events that happened and stuff like that, I'm not going to talk about yesterday's events and stuff like that. The 1 year anniversary of what happened in Washington D.C. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. That was some bullshit. Look here. Too many people are not taking their meds. Too many people are not actually understanding that not everybody's against you. So what happened on June 6th last year, which was 2021, was some bullshit. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. So with that being said, with that being understood, we done with that because that's politics. We don't do that on this show because actually I think both sides come kiss my ass at this point, both Democrat and Republican. Yeah, I'm just being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. I think at this point, both Biden and Donald Trump could come kiss my ass. That's how I'm gonna leave it. Ooh, did I burn some bridges? I hope so. Now to the next story, to a person that really does matter and been doing good in the world, but he is no longer here because he gained his wings today. Yeah, Mr. Sidney Poitier is no longer with us, y'all. Mm, just let that soak in right now. We lost Betty White before we even walked into 2022. And then 7 days later, well, 8 days later, because she died on the 31st. Now we lost another icon, another legend, just out the blue, Mr. Sidney Poitier. And I know death comes to us all, and I believe that death comes in the form of threes. So look at here. I just want to say this, and it ties into Sidney Poitier, ties into what I want to discuss today. And what I want to discuss today is living your life. Oh yeah, yeah. No, no, no. It's gonna be that show right here. This gonna be that show right here. Cause so many of us complain instead of being grateful. I'm grateful for one thing. I woke up this morning. I wasn't promised to wake up on today, but both me, my wife, and our two pups woke up today. So guess what? We blessed. See, when you break down what true blessings is, and you realize that your troubles is not as bad as you think it is, baby. It really isn't. It really isn't. And I wish more people would actually start understanding that and comprehending that before they start to, do their own thing. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right. When you understand the simplicity of a true blessing, then that's when you could actually understand how to live. Yeah, I'm not talking about the people that say YOLO, you only live once. No, no, no. See, no, no. I ain't talking about doing no stupid shit like jumping off of a bridge or something with a rope tied around you, or jumping off a plane with a parachute. I ain't talking about all that. Some people have to do that to live. Other people just go to the bowling alley, or they go to a restaurant, or or they go to a football game, basketball game, soccer, whatever. They go to a wrestling event. They go to an E3 conference. You know, they go to Comic Cons. Yeah, we bringing this thing up to the 21st century. Yeah, you knew I was going there when I said Comic Cons. Yo, oh, I want to go to an anime one, bro. Shoot, man. I always wanted to dress up like somebody off of DBZ, or I was looking at Death Note. Cause I kind of like old dude on Death Note though. I ain't gonna lie to you. He kind of made me laugh, cause you gotta catch him and stuff. Cause he be saying some sly stuff on the side, but at the same time, he teaching you facts. But like, think about it. The book. He just told him what the book is about, but he didn't never ever tell them who to write up in the book. That came from mankind themselves. That means that they had some animosity for somebody so bad that they wanted to write them in that book. And I mean, that show is like one of the deepest shows ever. And if you ever have a chance, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to tune into one of my favorite animes. It's called Assassination Classroom. That that anime right there, man. I don't care how tough of a person you think you are, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry at the end. I'm not gonna tell you or spoil the story for you, but you have to watch each episode consecutively behind each other. And then when you get to the last episode, because it was only 2 seasons, but them 2 seasons were fire. It was meant to last 2 seasons. I'm so glad that they did not water it down by trying to make it last long and stuff like that. No, some shows are meant to only last for 2 seasons. So when you get to the last season, it's gonna get heavy. It's gonna get heavier in season 2. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it is worth it. And when you're done with that show, it would teach you, do not take nothing in this life for granted. Too many of us do take life for granted. Hell, I'm even guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? I was even guilty at one point for taking life for granted. But I had a reality check in 2012 when my brother passed away. Still healing from that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still healing from that, because, that was a blow amongst blows. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to build a kingdom together, and, God said one of us had to come home, and, hey, it is what it is. But does that excuse the hurt? No, it don't. Does it excuse me from not living my life? No, it don't. I still got a lot to live. I still got a lot to prove. Am I perfect? No, I am not. I had to tell you that to myself in the mirror, that you are not perfect. You have many flaws. You are not, even though you want to make the right moves, in some people's eyes, it's gonna be the wrong moves. But hey, that's okay. That's okay, y'all. That's all right, because you know what? We human. We make mistakes. That's what we're supposed to do. And I just want to just talk about that, in court, like in correlation to um Sidney Poitier's life. If there is one person that had a reason to quit, is Mr. Sidney Poitier. Please, y'all go check out his book. I had to stop reading it because I had a little bit issues with how he was portraying certain people in the book and stuff, like talking about American kids and stuff versus the kids in where he came from, the island that he came from and stuff. Um, yeah, he came from the Caribbeans, y'all. So he didn't have everything that all the kids in America had. Even if you was poor, you still had more than Sidney Poitier. If you don't believe me, go read his book. It's a beautiful book. Pretty long, pretty lengthy. Hey, he does talk about your parents, yeah, as kids and stuff, because when your parents was kids, he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Well, your grandparents. See, for me, I'm in my 30s, so my parents were still kids when Sidney Poitier was a kid and stuff. So, um, and actually, my parents wasn't. Well, yeah, they when they was kids, he was already doing his thing. So try to make a name for himself and stuff. That's how long he's been in business, y'all. My parents, one of my parents is in their 70s. Sidney Poitier was in his 90s. So that's 20 something years right there from the time my dad was born and stuff. So um he talks about that generation and stuff. So you probably talking about your great grandparents or something like that. And I didn't like his way of approach to it because the way he wrote the book, it was like if he was talking to you personally, face to face. Yes, he gonna use them big words in the book. So bring your dictionary if you don't know no big words and stuff. Hey, fair warning. I just go ahead and tell you. If you kind of struggling on the big words part and you still in the little word game, hey, it's okay, baby. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, just step your game up. You know, make sure you're tight, and go ahead and get in this game right. All right. So yeah, you're gonna learn some big words today in his book. It's like he talking to you, so he gonna be using the big words, making me afraid to read Jason Jackson's book. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, y'all. This guy lived life. Did he have an excuse to quit? Hell yeah. You gotta remember, you black coming into a white Hollywood. I want to just let that simmer in your head for a minute. And if y'all think that Hollywood was all great back then, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But hey, he took the lemons that they gave him. Now, follow me with this right here. I'm about to say, he took the lemons that they gave him. He didn't just make a lemonade, y'all. This guy made some Arnold Palmers with some spike juice up in it. You know what I'm saying? He hit it at the park. He made sure that you will remember his name forever and ever. We still gonna be talking about Sidney Poitier even to the even after his passing. I mean, like right now, I really want to go home and watch Buck and the Preacher. If you don't know what that movie is, oh, oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what that movie is, Buck and the Preacher, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That is one of the most iconic westerns that I have ever seen in my life. Okay, and shoot, man, just go have a chance, watch it. It's called Buck and the Preacher. It's funny, it's entertaining. Harry, uh, Harry's up in Harry Belafonte. Fonte, blah, blah, got tongue twisted, but he's in it. He's the preacher. You know, you have Buck, which is Sidney Poitier, and it's a good western. There's some shoom bang bang in it. It's some yeah, it's got some shoom bang bang in it. I am not gonna lie to you, but it's very well tied in, and it's one of my favorite Sidney Poitier's movies. Um, you could watch you could even watch on TCM. Uh, guess who's guess who's coming to dinner or something? Guess who? Um, yeah, where he was married to a white woman. Go on and go see her family. And they did a remake of this movie like in 2000 and something. And Bernie Mac played the dad, and I think it was Ashton Klitcher. Ugh. I, man, I am having problems with names today. Y'all pray for me. you know, he actually played the part that Sidney Poitier played. They did a flip flop, so now it's a white guy coming to meet the black family. That's in the new version. But in the old version, it was flip flop. It was a black guy meeting the white family. Yes, indeed. So he wasn't afraid to take on roles like that. But by him taking on roles like that, I know he got criticized on both sides of the fence. And like, oh, you forgot your heritage, you forgot who you are and stuff. You know, yeah. I love the black community, but we gotta stop doing that shit. Yo, if somebody believes that they have to step away from the neighborhood to be a better person, let them do that. Let them do that. Don't say, "Oh, you forgot where you came from" and stuff. No, nobody didn't forget where they came from. They're just trying to be a better person. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna let that simmer to the side while we work on the rest of the dish. All right, here we go. So Sidney Poitier played a whole bunch of roles that he should have got an Oscar for. Let's be honest. It should have happened a long time ago. But by the grace of God, I'm glad that Hollywood decided to give him his flowers while he was still living. Because they have a strong way of how to always give people their flowers when they dead. What's the point of giving me my flowers now? I can't tell you thank you. I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, I could tell you thank you, but you probably gonna have to get a spirit box and go through so many stations, and hopefully you could pick me up and not nothing else. But and hopefully I didn't cross over to heaven because once it's time for me to go, I'm crossing over, y'all. I'm like this. I don't like Earth. Earth was hell, and I need to go enjoy me some heaven. So peace out. It's been a fun ride, but I got to get the hell on out of here. No point intended. I'm not trying to go to hell, but it's just the fact that Yes, y'all, I do watch ghost shows and stuff like that. That's why I know about the spirit box and stuff like that. Yes, I'm one of them ones that watch the ghosts and ghouls on Ghost Adventures and stuff like that. So I'm very knowledgeable on the on the machines and stuff like the spirit box and the dowsing rods and never ever ever bring a Ouija board. I don't give a damn who you are. If you're listening to this podcast and you bring a Ouija board, you deserve to go ahead and get possessed. No, no, no. That's where I draw the line at right there. No, sir. No Dybbuk boxes. No, I don't need no Dybbuk boxes. I don't need to know that there's a demon inside my house all the time. No, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that. So there's certain things that there's a reason why I would not love watching ghost shows. Cause let me tell you what, people say ghosts ain't real. I said, are you real? And they was like, yeah, of course I'm real. I said, okay. So this thing that you call the ghost, you know, it's a spirit that used to walk on this earth, right? Yeah. So by you saying that they are not real, you acknowledging that they never existed on the earth. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some spirits out there that's not actually spirits, they demons now. But they take on the form of a spirit, of a human spirit. But at the same time, y'all, we come equipped with so much stuff. We could have sage, we could pray to Christ Himself, we could have our own ritual prayers and stuff. We got ways of like sending positive energy and taking care of that. But you know what? I'm going to stop right there because I'm getting off track and stuff. Because I could do a whole podcast about about finding ghosts, searching ghosts, and stuff like that. Have I ever went ghost hunting? No, nah, I'm good. Have I ran into ghosts before? Yeah, ain't gonna lie. Like you talking to somebody and then you turn around not even a second later and they gone. Mm, it is what it is. Cause you gotta remember, there's a lot of spirits that's walking around that wish that still think that they're human. So you treat them with a little bit of respect if y'all into that stuff and go ghost hunting and stuff like that. Please treat the spirits with respect and they will respect you. Okay, now on to the next thing. All right. But yeah, back to what I was saying. But Sidney Poitier, he taught us the definition on how to live. Betty White taught us the definition on how to live. The world won't try to tell you, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. But if you don't have the strength to put your foot down and say, you know what, I ain't got to do a motherfucking thing. And still be myself and die. Yeah, I'm going to lean on me on y'all. I changed it around a little bit, but just roll with it, all right? But yeah, man, I mean, like, how many of us are actually going for our dreams? How many of us are actually trying to live for a moment? How many of us is actually trying to, you know, achieve something great and profound? How many of us actually understand where we are going and understand our sound? How many of us can actually say that we are making our own pathways? How many of us can actually say that we are doing it our way? How many of us can actually say that we're gonna make it through because we building the foundation to make sure that everything that we leave behind is the living testament of our living proof. How many of us can actually shoot from the hip and not even hurt or kill, but just help and mend? How many of us can actually tell somebody that I'm saying this because I love you and actually mean it? How many of us can actually say that we can touch another person's soul and heal it? How many of us can actually say that we can actually be greater than what we were before? How many of us can actually say that we gonna keep on knocking at that door? How many of us can actually say that we can actually achieve great things if we just put our mind to it? How many of us are still running the race and didn't even quit, but we just keep on doing it day after day because that's our testament and our living proof for us to keep on doing it. See, this is why I said that maybe Sidney Poitier was a blessing in life because you know what? Sometimes you just got to go ahead and spit out what you feel inside yourself and make sure that everybody feels all right. See, I'm just trying to tell you, real talk, we got to stop taking life for granted and actually say, you know what? Thank you, Father, for another day, okay? I'm not trying to make this into a religious show. I'm not trying to know. I'm just saying state facts. Whether you believe in God or not, I don't give a damn. You gotta understand by you still being on earth and actually hearing this podcast, you still got more to live for. That's why you here. Because when your work is done and your job is finished, yeah, it's time for you to come on home. Wherever you want to go, wherever you believe in, that's what it is what it is. We all got a work to do. We all got a script that must be read and performed. Nobody's script is like your script. Your script is your script, but yet in the middle of your script is many decisions that you're going to have to make. And there is a script for each scenario. So make sure you make the right choices in life and make sure you make the most sound choices in life so that you will actually be successful in this life. Because there's so many people that's made the wrong decisions at the wrong time. And yeah, they lived a good life, but guess what? That shit came crashing down with a quickness. So that's my message to y'all today, man. I'm like, yo, take life for what it is and live it like there is no tomorrow. Because guess what? You are not promised tomorrow. You're not promised these things. You're not promised the 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 forbearance of you know life. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not promised to you. But we take it for granted. We take it for granted. People around the world take life for granted. We set up calendars for tomorrow because we are expecting that we're going to live to see tomorrow. That's not true. That's not true at all. We're not expected to see tomorrow. We're not even expected to see even more today. But you know what? You just keep on living, you keep on pushing, you keep on doing until you're done with your race. hmm So yes, oh my bad. I done got all up into this show, man. I should have said this right here. We live right here on T Corner, brought to you by StreamYard and T Line Beats Production. And y'all, I'm CEO Spoken King signing out. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope you living up your dreams, and you keep on doing great things. And baby, until next time, It's CEO Spoken King signing out. So salute to all my kings and queens out there. Y'all keep y'all head up. You keep the stress less, and you will always be blessed. Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.